Thank you. I was visiting my home in rural Minnesota, where I grew up on a family farm. There was livestock, grains, remote. It was a good life, hard work, lots of dirt. I was visiting from New York City, where I was working to establish myself as an actor. I had been home for a few days, and my mother told me a remarkable story. My father was out in the fields one evening, and this thing landed, and it took off. It was a UFO. My father was a salt-of-the-earth, quiet man, non-emotional, Scandinavian. You know the story about the Swedish farmer who loved his wife so much he almost told her. that was my father, yeah. And the visitation was corroborated by a few other quiet, stoic neighbors. So my father saw a UFO, and that means that UFOs existed. Sometime later, I saw a play at the Public Theater in New York, The Death of von Richthofen as Witnessed from the Earth, about the 1918 German flying ace, the Red Baron. In a scene at the bar, the Richthofen was exhausted, and he was asleep on a bar stool, and he levitated up and down about 3 or 4 feet while he was asleep. He was dreaming. It was magical. It was a trick, but it was a good one. I was an actor in the middle of my career and a studious observer, and that moment was very important to my work as an artist, and it stayed with me for 30 or 40 years. Art, inspiring art, levitation, UFOs, miracles. There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in our philosophy. In my work, I desire to lift and elevate, whether as an actor, a lighting designer, a director. Do I succeed? Usually not, but sometimes I do. I strive to visit new alien landscapes as an artist and hopefully take the audience there as well. In this sometimes uncomfortable environment, artists and audience are a bit more vulnerable and receptive. Perhaps miracles can happen. When I directed an unconventional production of Molière's Tartuffe, I was still on my levitation obsession. I wondered, what if Tartuffe was not a charlatan? What if he was capable of miracles? What if he actually was a vessel who heard the voice of God? I wanted a moment of levitation. At one point, 2 people are on a table, and in a moment of spiritual ecstasy, it was actually sexual ecstasy, and the table collapses, and the people are suspended briefly when and the lights go out, and that was the end of Act 1. Did it work? More or less. But the real magic happened at the end of the play. Tartuffe was in prison. Orgon, who Tartuffe had swindled, still believes that Tartuffe has magical abilities. Alone, Tartuffe in prison reaches up to the heavens, and at the same time, in another location, Orgon is also reaching. They want to ascend. They want to go up. That really worked, without any tricks, but the inspiration was levitation. We try, we seek, and paraphrasing Samuel Beckett, we fail, and then we fail again. And then we try to fail better. Thank you.